Hey guys, Bren here and welcome to a brand new video on the channel. This of course is a brand new episode of Tech News, the series on this channel where I give you the rundown of some of the top tech news topics of the day or of the week. In this video I've got a few interesting things to talk about, so let's get right into it. AMD launches the new Radeon Pro Duo. AMD announced the Radeon Pro Duo graphics card targeting the professional consumer market. This new GPU is based on the 4th generation graphics core Next GCN architecture and can perform graphic and arithmetic instructions in parallel. The benefit of the dual GPU Radeon Pro Duo graphics card is that designers can now use two software packages simultaneously. Professionals can take advantage of the parallel computing power of the Radeon Pro Duo graphics card to accelerate compute intense tasks in computer-aided design, computer-aided manufacturing, and other applications that support OpenCL. Even if your application does not support multi-GPU acceleration, this professional graphics card makes it possible to dedicate one GPU to the functions of separate applications concurrently or to work with multiple 4K video streams in real time. According to AMD, live content creation using the first GPU with real-time rendering and or ray tracing on the second GPU is now possible. The Pro Duo announced on Monday is based on the Polaris architecture. It provides 11.45 teraflops of single precision performance, which is a downgrade from the 16 teraflops of performance offered by last year's Pro Duo based on the Fiji architecture. Performance usually goes up with each new GPU generation, but AMD opted to lower the power draw and the number of processing cores in the Pro Duo, and as a result the product generates less heat. The Pro Duo draws 250 watts of power compared to 350 watts by its predecessor. The launch price of the Pro Duo is also $500 less than its predecessor. The new graphics card will start at $999 and ship worldwide by the end of May. On to other news, Xiaomi's new Mi 6 was showcased last week and the needed information has been released. Xiaomi has announced its latest flagship phone, the Mi 6, at an event in Beijing. While Xiaomi drew widespread attention last year with its impressive bezel-less Mi Mix phone, the regular Mi line is a more mainstream affair, and that's reflected here in the Mi 6's design and pricing. That's not to say that Xiaomi is skimping on the specs. The Mi 6 has a Snapdragon 835 processor, the top-end Qualcomm chip only previously seen in the Samsung Galaxy S8 and announced in the Sony XZ Premium, which isn't coming out until summer. The 6GB of RAM, a 5.15-inch display as seen in the Mi 5, and a 350 mAh battery. Xiaomi is also including a 12-megapixel dual camera array that takes Apple's approach of pairing the regular wide-angle lens with one of double the focal length. The design of the phone can be called simplistically beautiful. One thing to keep in mind is that this phone comes with a top-of-the-line specs for a very low budget price. The Mi 6 starts at $2,491 or about $360 for a model with 64GB of storage, and a 128GB model will cost $2,899 or $420. That makes it a little bit more expensive than the Mi 5, which started at 1,999 yuan. A Mi 6 variant with a ceramic back panel and 128GB of storage will sell for 2,999 yuan or $435. Moving on, Instagram experienced a 1-hour outage yesterday. For a short while yesterday, logging onto Instagram.com would bring up either a server error or it would take a long time to load. Instagram has confirmed the outage but has not clarified what caused the downtime. The outage appears to have started around 1:40 p.m. ET, and as for the reason why the site went down, no reason was actually given, but let's hope that people working in the system have done something to prevent this from happening in the future. In more mobile related news, Samsung and LG are rumored to be working on phone screens that curve on all four sides. According to a report from ET News in Korea, Samsung is working on a screen that would blend into all four sides of their smartphones. The company has reportedly started development of a four-sided curved display, which will theoretically allow for more than 98% of the visible front of the phone to be used as a screen. That said, it could be a while before we see a full-face infinity display on a Samsung device. The report notes that the lamination process of manufacturing the screen currently has some issues that need to be resolved before it hits the market, including the fact that currently with a four-sided curved display, the corners of the screen aren't able to register touchscreen inputs. Lastly, it seems that Samsung isn't the only one working on a totally curved display. LG is reportedly also developing its own version of the technology as well. If this is indeed true, I'm really interested in seeing how this actually turns out and how the devices will work. Next up, ZTE has announced a 6-inch Android Nougat phone for $130, a Boost Mobile exclusive that features an 8-inch Full HD display and Android Nougat 7.1.1. The phone will cost only $129.99. So here are a few specs that we are getting with this device: 1.4 GHz Qualcomm octa-core processor, 2 GB of RAM, 16 GB of storage, expandable up to 120 GB, 3990 mAh battery, a 30 megapixel rear-facing camera, a 5 megapixel front-facing camera. It includes a headphone jack and a rear fingerprint sensor, and it works via USB-C. Moving on, Waymo self-driving minivans are now offering rides to real people in Arizona. Starting today, residents of the Greater Phoenix metropolitan area can sign up to go for a ride in a self-driving minivan as often as they want for free. Waymo, the self-driving car startup spun from Google late last year, announced today that it's offering its services to members of the public for the first time. Waymo is calling it an early rider program, intent on cataloging how on-demand driverless cars will factor into people's everyday lives. Interested participants can sign up on the company's website, and Waymo will select riders depending on the types of trips they want to take and their willingness to use a self-driving service as their primary mode of transportation. On to our next news bit. Sony's XA1 is now available for pre-order for $299.99. Sony's super mid-range Xperia XA1 phone is now available to pre-order through Amazon and Best Buy. It will go on sale at other retailers like B&H and Fry's on May 1st. The company announced the device during Mobile World Congress this year, and here are the specs: a 5-inch 720p HD display, MediaTek Helio P20 processor, 3 GB of RAM, 32 GB of storage, a 23 megapixel rear-facing camera, a 8 megapixel front-facing camera, 2300 mAh battery, and also USB-C. The XA1 and the larger XA1 Ultra also feature something called Xperia Actions, which Sony says can learn users' habits to automatically change settings and manage apps. For instance, the phone software could learn your bedtime and automatically adjust screen brightness and volume. And now on to the final news story for today. Apple has reportedly hired AR and VR expert Jeff Norris from NASA. Bloomberg reports Apple has hired NASA augmented and virtual reality expert Jeff Norris to build AR and VR projects for the company. Bloomberg says Norris apparently joined Apple's augmented reality team earlier this year as a senior manager, reporting to former Dolby Labs executive Mike Rockwell. It's not clear exactly what Norris will be doing at Apple, but Rockwell's team is supposedly working on an AR glasses that may function like a new version of Google Glass and won't be revealed until 2018 at the earliest. But that's not the only bit of AR technology that Apple is working on. Tim Cook has also repeatedly talked of AR's potential, saying that last July the company was high on AR in the long run, and confirming this year that he saw it as a big idea like the smartphone. And that's all for today's tech news video. If you liked it, learned anything new or want more, consider subscribing to be notified whenever something new is uploaded to the channel. Also feel free to leave a like, comment below on what you think, and check out previous videos for some cool content. Thanks for watching, and I'll be seeing you in the next video.